everybody. Brittany, are we live? Oh, thank you, man. Good morning, everybody. The time is 9:04 a.m. I'm going to call this regular term meeting of the Beeville County Commissioners Court to order. Today is Monday, July 8th, 2024. The time, I already told you the time. We're physically located at the Beeville County Courthouse Commissioners Courtroom, number 110, 105 West Corpus Christi St, Beeville, Texas, 78102. That's the call to order. In the call to order, before we get started, I just want to say two things. First, I'd like to, I know they're not here, they're probably getting some much needed rest, but I'd like to extend my appreciation and all of our appreciation to our emergency management crew for all of their good work leading up through this weekend with the oncoming of Beryl. And I'd also like to, on behalf of the Commissioners Court, extend our best wishes to everybody who is actually suffering through the storm right now to the east of us. If everybody would please rise and join Commissioner Farias in brief prayer.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for all your blessings. We thank you for watching over us, watching over this court, and all that we deliberate here. We ask you a special blessing to watch over the people that are dealing with this hurricane right now and help them through this, and help all the linemen and first responders that are going 24/7. Thank you so much for all your blessings and the rain that we get. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now the Texas flag. Honoring the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. I know. Well, actually, there was a little bit of a hesitation on indivisible in the first one. It always throws me for a loop. We're at agenda item number 4, recognition of visitors. I know we have a couple visitors in the audience today. Thank you for being here. There's no compunction that you identify yourself, but if you would like to identify yourself, this is not public comment. You can only identify who you are. For our record, you're welcome to do so at this time. Hearing none, we'll move on to agenda item number 5, Commissioners Court opening remarks. Commissioner Olivares, you have the floor, sir.
Great, thank you, Judge, and thanks for recognizing the EOC. Also, kind of echoing on that, they did a great job coordinating these meetings with the city, the county, fire departments, and other first responders over there. I attended one of the meetings, very well orchestrated. A few lessons learned that were accomplished. So it was great. It was a dry run because you never know when these things hit and we're scrambling. So good to see that. Also want to recognize Raylan Gordia and his team as well for being ready to respond to any situation that could arose. So thanks for doing that, Molly. I appreciate it. Kind of some general information. Last week I attended the Commissioners Conference in South Padre Island. Good session, had a lot of good people, a lot of great topics. Also attended a salary committee meeting, which was facilitated by Jennifer Rayner, and then also thanks to Michelle for putting these great books together to keep us all on track. The EOC is progressing well. All the data cables are installed, and we're about 75% complete on that. We passed both the mechanical inspections, the AC and deployment, so that's good news. Drywall will be going up next as soon as we ensure that we have everything behind the wall before it goes up. So the sheetrock's there, drywall's there. Depending on what term you want to use, but it's ready to go. Also, last week there was an on-site meeting that was conducted with engineering to review and finalize the parking lot. So things are going well so far. In Skidmore, in the area of highway safety, thanks to AEP, we were able to upgrade the LED lights on the main highway. Made a big difference. You can actually see them when you're coming in. The great thing about that, it enhanced our visibility at night. Also, it's going to save the county money in the long run. We had a small fee that we paid to do the change out, but over time, for electricity costs, we're going to save money. So, good thing that happened. Also, want to recognize Roads and Bridge again. Excuse me. You know, they completed several miles of seal coating the roads there on the east side of Skidmore. Looking great. Good job to do that. I was informed it's, Molly, I need to get your confirmation on this, but I heard it was about 20 years since the last time we had any seal coating in that particular area. I think Corrigan was one of the main roads that they did. They might have had a few streets, but the the other side streets has been quite some time. So, good job, appreciate it, you guys did a good job. On the JP's office, we have the new AC mini split that's been installed. Also, we received the bids to replace, there's a door that's, water's coming in, so we're going to replace the door and windows. The bids have been received, hopefully we'll be awarding this week. Have a few little information capitalizing on. Also, we painting of the building is going to occur. We have some community service workers that are willing to participate in the paint. We buy the paint, they're going to do the paint. Hopefully, we get a decent job. At the adult probation officer, thanks to Kenneth Mendoza, the grass has been sprayed. So at least now we'll be able to make an assessment of what we have underneath and see if we need to do any more mitigation to that area to put some striping for the parking lot. Also, the AC, we had Smoko came out and did a professional examination of the AC, and the driver behind that was determined if it needed to be replaced to make a recommendation. If it didn't, to also make that recommendation. And based on their judgment right now, the AC is still good for now. So we don't need to replace that AC. So kind of good news. But at least we have an expert that came in to give us that opinion. Also, the color selection for the floors was finalized, and hopefully that installation will go in pretty soon. So good. In Tina, I also want to announce that we have a new restaurant in South Peak County, which is great. It's called the Co-op Cafe in Tina. It's owned by some local residents there, so anyone that's in the area, appreciate the support. The food is excellent, good home-cooked meals, so a little bit different than the local menu that's in the area. So if you get a chance, stop by, we'll appreciate it. So in Papalote, we received some good news. Things are looking good. Jim, right? With the mid-mod, so things are looking good and promising for getting some bridges there around Civil Creek and some other projects that are happening. With that, I'm going to pass to next commission.
All right. Had a busy 2 weeks here. We just got back from the South Texas Judges and Commissioners. It was probably a record attendance there, just right under 300 there. I want to report to the public, my commissioners were all there in attendance and in class, so they did well.
Thank you. He kind of looked away from the camera when you said in class.
Well,
is that a tell?
A little bit. But I was notified by AEP that the trees were trimmed and they're ready to install the 3-phase at the tax office. And I'll remind you all that that was at no charge to the county, so they're going to upgrade all the electricity up there at the tax office, and they are ready. So, but the borough got in the way, so we got pushed back a little bit on the scheduling. So, the wall around the courthouse generator was completed over the weekend. I was here a couple of times on Friday and Saturday, and they're 90%. And then the transfer switch for this generator here at the courthouse will be here on July the 14th. So we'll have to coordinate with all the courthouse employees and especially with John and IT and everybody else, because they're going to have to shut the power down for a little bit for the changeover. Okay?
Sounds like a holiday.
It sounds like a holiday. Jonathan, thank you. I called Jonathan. There was a donation of reclaimed material for Blank County Fire Department out front, and they happened to just donate it and put it right out in front of the doors out there. So I called Jonathan, and Road and Bridge got out there and they spread it out for us so they could use their vehicles and stuff like that. So they donated. They did a really good job. So it looks good. Thank you, sir. Thank you for Road and Bridge. This week I have a meeting with the advisory board for the Jail Standards Commission in Austin on Thursday. And let's see, we had a salary meeting led by Jennifer Reyna, and still working on the salaries. We did quite a bit of progress on this last go around, so hopefully y'all will see the fruits of that here coming up pretty quick. Okay? And then I got calls from San Patricio Electric, AEP, asking last week, and I did call the judge, asking to stage in this area in preparation for the hurricane. And we had Expo ready, and we also had the VDA runways ready for all the staging for the line trucks and things like that, and also the ambulances that we're gonna bring in, so that was done there. Wofford Lane, got a lot of good calls on Wofford Lane. Everybody excited about the patchwork that was done alongside the road. It's a long time coming, but they got that done. So thank you, Road and Bridge, again. And with that, I'm gonna pass.
Thanks, sir. On your AEP and staging and all, agreements were signed years and years ago with the AEP, Sandpat, Parks and Wildlife, Fish and Wildlife Service. Those agreements probably need to be reviewed and updated, because most likely all the people that were parties to those agreements have all retired. But, yeah, and I mentioned to folks, if they start seeing vehicles out there, that's what it was, and we're glad to cooperate.
Yeah, well, I got a call. They wanted a contact person, and gates are closed after 5. What's the combo to get in? Just like in BDA, how do they get in and things like that. So I got calls there, but I made sure I notified Ryan and Mr. Willow and then the judge, and we went down the line, and everybody was on the same page.
Good, I had the same thing with Parks and Wildlife, I just directly to Ryan.
Quick question on those agreements, who's accountability that falls under?
To get emergency management.
Surely hoping you didn't say
No.
judges on.
That's why, if you would, that's why I referred to emergency management.
Perfect, that's where I wanted you to.
Back on Commissioner Farias in South Padre Island, I want to commend Commissioner Farias. He was in charge of the whole shoot match down there. It was excellent, it was flawless, it seemed, it went right through like it should. The courses were good, the exhibits were good. Sir, you did a good job. You really did a good job.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
A lot of work, I know.
A lot of steps.
It's amazing when things go real smooth, it seems like nobody did anything. And it went real smooth. And I know y'all worked your tail feathers off, so thank you. You did good.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
If y'all would, a couple of things that came up, I'm just gonna bounce around here this morning. I attended a meeting in Mineral Saturday, and I was asked why we changed the fees at our collection station. I said, what are you talking about? Yeah, they're charging this and that. And I said, no, we haven't changed any of the fees. They said, well, they got a call, and they went there, and the guy said they had to charge this for this bag. And I said, no. So when I left the meeting, I went to the collection station. He confirmed that the fees were changed. I said, they haven't changed. That has to be the Commissioner's Court. I said, we have kept them the same fee for the last 15 or 20 years. Well, it's not very much. I said, it shouldn't be. We want to encourage people to bring their stuff and bring it in, pay a small fee, and not just drop it on the side of the road. We've got to pick it up anyway. Anyway, I talked to Molly this morning. There was no fee changes. There was a misunderstanding on the people that were talking to me's part. What's happening, the way the fee structure is set up on bags, a bag up to a certain size is what, 50 cents?
Yes.
Well, what's happening though, they're bringing the little kitchen bags that come out of and here's a bag. Well, that's 50 cents. Well, if you put all those little bags in a big bag, it's $1. So I'll go back to the people at the middle and explain, okay, don't bring the little bitty bags anymore because they're gonna charge you 50. That's what the fee schedule said. Put them in a big 50-gallon bag and it's $1. So that's where the misunderstanding. It was not road and bridge. No one changed the fees. It was a misunderstanding on the people that were talking to me. Because it was older folks, and I guess they had 7 or 8 of those little bitty bags. They brought them up, and they said, we're having to pay too much. I said, no, let me check into it. So everything's good. No fees were changed, so that's a good thing. Now we'll go to the local newspaper. And we were out of town when the paper came out, but I was asked about the local paper. And it's the section talking about an introduction, Are We Being Better? And it talks about the group that has gotten together, including B County, to have 25 listening sections around the county. I was asked about who from the county is on that group. I said, I don't know. I said, it's not the Commissioner's Court. I said, I think it's leadership B County, and probably somebody from B County is in the leadership class. So they included the county in the listening about having these 25 listening sessions. I can tell by the looks on the Commissioner's Court faces, it's none of us that are on leadership B County. I went through it years ago. But somebody probably with B County is in the leadership class, so they listed B County as being one of the group. We kind of need to find out who that is, because the people in Mineral said, well, when are we gonna have a listening session? I said, I don't know anything about it. I said, let's see what's going on. So, I encourage the court that haven't been through Leadership B County to go. It's really good, a lot of good contacts. Like I said, it was years ago when I went. Anyway, that's what was in the paper. Okay, private roads. I got a phone call from an individual wanting us to take over a private road. I said, okay, great, where is it? He said, well, it's north of Normanna. It's private road 1003. I said, I'm familiar with it. I said, I've been down to the end of it. I did an inspection there for sewer years ago. I said, it crosses Medio Creek. Yes, it does. I said, well, it's about a 20-degree angle going down in the creek, and then it goes right back up. We want y'all to take it over. We can't afford to fix it anymore. I said, okay, here's what has to be done. You need to talk to all your neighbors. Everybody has to agree. Get a petition. Go, I've already done that. Everybody's in agreement. I said, great. I said, if I remember correctly, that road is very narrow. Yes, it is. I said, we've got to have a 60-foot right-of-way. I said, that means that the property owners on each side have to give up land. There was a pause. I said, if they have fences on that land, we're going to take the fences out. They got to put the fences back at their expense. There was another pause. And I said, where we go into Medio Creek and come up, I said, there's probably going to have to be either a low water crossing or a bridge. I said, we pay for the labor. I said, the landowners pay for the materials. I said, we may be looking at $250,000, $300,000 bridge. She said, you know what? I think we're going to take the petitions back and not pursue this. So anytime anybody approaches the county about taking over a private road, need to think about what all has to be done. I agree that probably might ought to be done, but logistically it's not feasible. I think there's only 4 or 5 residences past the first one on the right as you go down 1003. The person at the far end told me when I inspected their septic system that when the creek was up, they exited their property through theirs to get out in an emergency. So something to look at, but if you're contacted, there's more to it than just, oh yeah, we'll take it over. Because then it has to be brought up to county specs. But the 60-foot right-of-way is a big. Some places it's open, like a field down at Tyner or something. You're not worried about taking the fences and all this, but there, it's very narrow, very narrow. There's just barely room for 2 cars to pass. Okay, then I was contacted. The folks at Mineral were very interested Saturday. They want a turkey crossing sign put up. I said, where do you want this turkey crossing? Well, it's on the farm to market road. I said, well, that's the highway department, not the county. He said, why do you want a turkey crossing? Well, there's a turkey roost over here, and the turkeys are bringing their babies across the road, and we're afraid they're going to get run over. I will check into it. No, I said, no guarantees, but we'll check into it. Then,
I love a turkey crossing sign.
You love a turkey?
I think that'd be great. I hope TxDOT does that.
I will contact Ms. Reed and
You don't agree, Jeff?
tell them the court's in favor of it. We're all in favor. Do we need to do a turkey resolution?
I love baby turkeys, yeah, absolutely.
They're kind of neat. They really are. Little fluff balls. Anyway,
Can't believe.
there are more wind farm letters going out in the Mineral area. The people are not responding favorably to the wind farm people, so just FYI. Also, I'd like to tag on to what Commissioner Oliveri said about Road and Bridge and the Emergency Management Center. I know you guys worked over the weekend getting sandbags ready and handing out sandbags. I went by yesterday and saw the operation. There were only about maybe 50 sandbags left when I went by, and by 2 something they were all gone. So whoever has the sandbags are ready for water whenever it should come. But I admire y'all for doing a good job, and thank you for everybody that gave up their weekend to be ready to help the public. And Emergency Management Center, I admire them for the updates that they kept sending us at 8 and 5. What I did with mine, I sent them out to folks in the precinct, so they knew exactly what we knew. And it made a lot of difference, because some of them, the news coverage they get maybe out of San Antonio, maybe out of Houston, and they were not getting up-to-date information. So they knew what we knew, and it saved a lot of questions. So on that note, I will pass to my commissioner to the right, sir. Yes, sir. Turkey crossing.
It's a good idea.
Save the turkeys.
I support it.
Dual sign, turkey, right here.
There you go.
Turkey's mine.
Well, as everyone is well aware, I also attended the South Texas Judge and Commissioners Conference. Commissioner Diaz, you did do a good job. Thank you for everything that took place there and it ran smoothly. I also want to thank Robbie Guerrero for helping me. We picked up a lot of debris there at Mr. Baltazar's across from Science Westware where that young man had ran into that building and there was debris scattered everywhere. We got all that. We helped him pick all that stuff up. Helped a few people with some tarps on rooftops on the west side of town, getting ready for the potential rain. And then also, yesterday I went and helped Road and Bridge fill sandbags. John, how many did we fill yesterday?
Over 1,000.
Yeah. And so that was tough, but we got it all done, didn't we? And also wanted to thank Road and Bridge for that as well. And again, piggybacking off the other commissioners, thank you for emergency management for what you guys were doing and keeping us on top of everything, as well as the city for providing sandbags for the city residents. Also, keep in mind, if you did get sandbags, store them in a place out of the sun, and when we get, the hurricane season's not over, and or we get another bad tropical storm or whatnot, you guys can use those again, so keep that in mind. Don't just dump them out in your flower beds or flower pots or whatnot, just keep them if you can. With that, I'll pass back to Judge.
Oh, thank you, commissioners, for those updates. I just have one, I think, unless I think of something else while I'm talking, which sometimes does happen. But last couple of weeks, your Coastal Bend Council of Governments and the Executive Board and, I guess, not the hiring committee. Well, yeah, I guess the hiring committee too. I guess all three committees, all three groups met, and I'm pleased to announce we have a new executive director of Coastal Bend Council of Governments. For those that may not be aware, Coastal Bend Council of Governments is one of a dozen, a little over a dozen regional councils of governments around the state of Texas. They're the chief facilitator of your 911 calling systems. They have robust trash collection and environmental departments that assist our counties with various issues dealing with those matters. They also are helping our region with a large grant right now, and Commissioner Olivares had mentioned Papalote, and that's one of the projects, I believe, that should we actually receive this money from the state, which is coming from the federal government, then I think we have, what's the total amount? About $5 million?
1.4 million.
For the total grant?
4.2.
4.2 is what the county is
Yes,
supposed to get,
Yeah.
if we can get grants submitted and approved from the GLO. So, but I'm pleased to announce, I got distracted, I'm pleased to announce that we have a new executive director. Her name is Emily Glenn Martinez. She stood head and shoulders above our other applicants and interviewees, and I think Commissioner DeWitt would echo my same thoughts that we're incredibly excited about the future of the Coastal Bend Council of Governments. We have a new dynamic leader with a lot of experience, not only in dealing with governments and non-governmental organizations, but also with grant writing. So I'm pretty excited, and I think it's going to be a really good thing for the entire region.
If I could add on to that, Judge?
Of course, we got nothing but time.
We need to understand too, this was not a one-shot process. This started in October. There was nationwide recruitment, a lot of interviewing, a lot of work went into it. The judge was on the committee. I'm on the committee past that, but they did a great job. And it was not an easy decision. They had some really good candidates. And it's like everything else. There's a lot of work involved, and the pay is not sometimes commensurate with the work.
That's right.
But I have a lot of confidence in her, her background, the way she carries herself. I think she's doing a great job. I think y'all did a fantastic job, Judge.
Yes, sir. Oh, well, thank you. I'll take all the credit.
Absolutely.
Anybody else want to give me kudos? Anybody in the audience? I'm just kidding. No, thank you. All right, moving on to agenda item number 6, public comment. Are there any members of the public who wish to address Commissioners Court? Now is your time. Yes, sir. Please come up to the lectern, identify yourself for our record, and
I'd like to start off formally say hello to all the commissioners. I'm a young entrepreneur here in Beeville, Texas. I go by the name of Mauro Borrego. My company is Exclusive Texas Entertainment, and we kind of plan on bringing more entertainment, more outside people into Beeville, trying to put heads in beds, and there's a lot of here in Beeville. We've noticed that there's been a decline in people when it comes to Western Week and different types of events. So I have about 4 investors that are from out of town, and they're looking to bring business into Beeville, Texas. So I want to come out here, formally introduce myself, and put a face behind the company that I own. So I think this would be a good way to do it. And then, of course, any support that the commissioners and the county and B County can put towards us would be great. We're looking in any kind of aspect, whether it be security purposes or anything like that. I know sometimes the hot funds aren't the best, but I do have investors who are looking to bring business here. So any way we can help bring down the costs would help out a lot, just to help out the community of Beeville. So that's our main goal.
The name of your company?
Exclusive Texas Entertainment. And I'm local here. I'm born and raised in Beeville.
tell me your name again.
My name is Mauro Borrego.
Oh, okay. I interrupted you. I apologize.
Oh, no, it's okay. And I'd like to invite all of y'all out. This Saturday we have an event. It's going to be a festival held here at the Expo Center. We have about 10 bands on the lineup, and we're going to have a rodeo and a car show. And then we're already, my business partner from Victoria, we're projecting an event already for October 4th and 5th. And that one will include a carnival, car show, and a barbecue cook-off. And that lineup is a 2-day lineup, and that'll have about close to 20 bands.
Wow.
So a lot of money being put here. Sure, as y'all know, it's pretty expensive. So I mean, most of these investors put a lot of money. So I like Beeville to try to show their support as much as we can to continue the annual. We want to do annuals, and I know the first years where everybody in the city and the county kind of look at how the event runs and how many people show up. So we're trying to do our best as far as marketing and promoting.
If anybody wanted to get in touch with your entity, what number would they call?
They could call my number. That would be 361-318-4486. And most of these events I have about 2 others on the lineup, and then or possibly 3. So when they get with me, I can give them the other contacts. We try to distribute operations. One person taking over the security side of everything, and the public. One person taking over the entertainment, and then the other one is kind of miscellaneous tasks. So that's what we're going to.
It's exciting news. Good luck to you, Mr. Borrego. I'm glad you're doing this, and hopefully it's going to be as successful as it should be.
Yes, thank you.
Is there anybody else who wishes to make public comment at this time? Hearing none, we'll move on. Agenda item number 7. The following items are of an administrative nature. Commissioners Court has been furnished documentation on each item, and all such items may be acted upon by one vote without being discussed separately unless requested by a commissioner or county judge. Second. I have a motion to approve and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes without exception. Mr. Borrego, I don't know that I've seen you in Commissioner's Court before, so I just wanted to make sure you know if you want to leave, you're more than welcome to. We'd love for you to stay, but there's absolutely no compunction or requirement that you do so. Thank you again for your public comment.
Thank you.
Moving on, discuss and consider action on the following items. Agenda item number 8, present B County Commissioners Court with 50th anniversary plaque honoring B County as one of the original risk management pool counties. We have, I don't want to mispronounce your last name.
Yeah, it's okay.
How do you say your last name?
My name is Lisa Edace.
Edace.
Yes, sir. So I am your human resources consultant for the TAC risk management pool. I've been at TAC for about 6 months. Before that, I was with your retirement system. traveling around the state, and then with the state retirement system managing their insurance program. But I came to TAC just because I really love counties and I love the work that y'all do. The risk management pool started 50 years ago, 5 years after TAC was created. And y'all have been a participant in our workers' compensation program since the inception continuously, one of 49 counties that has been. So I'm here today to present to you a plaque commemorating that. And thank you for continuing to participate with our risk management pool. We really appreciate that.
Thank you so much. Yeah. You see this? Can we get a photo with you?
Yes, please.
And a plaque.
Yes.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. All right. More?
$50 savings bond each community.
What? That's the limit. I'll have to check my wallet and see what I got. I'll give her
This is really nice and very sturdy. Get it up on the wall. But for now, I'm going to put it right here. Okay, moving on, agenda item number 9. Approve Pettus Independent School District resolution requesting distribution of funds from the permanent school fund.
Move to approve. Madam Auditor, what is the amount?
Should have it on here. $4,040.39.
Move to approve $4,040.39.
Second. I have a motion and everybody else seconded. Ms. Brittany, you get to choose who you want to put down for that. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes without exception. Agenda item number 10, approve expo request for auditorium fee waiver for Galloway's annual 9/11 appreciation dinner on September 11, 2024. I think this is the 4th or 5th, 6th year that he's done it. It's pretty standard, and the application is in the packet. So move it.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes without exception, and we expect that this year it's going to be another wonderful event. So Mr. Galloway does a great job with it. Agenda item number 11, approve new position, roles, and responsibilities for County Grant Administrator and Capital Maintenance Projects. Commissioner Olivares, this is your agenda item. have
Thank
the
you,
floor,
Judge.
sir.
Gentlemen and Madam Auditor, in an effort to enhance the county's ability to better manage grants, the selection process of contractors, and coordinate county projects, I'd like to make a motion to adopt the creation of this new position, called the County Grant Administrator and Capital Maintenance Project Coordinator. I'd like for this to go in effective today, and if possible to maybe bring it back to the 1st, but effective today. We do have a salary that we've identified of $50,000 a year, and also have a preferred candidate, Jennifer Reyna, which would like to be considered for that particular role. Just a little bit about Jennifer. She has clearly demonstrated the competencies, people skills, and technical abilities to fill this role. She also has a working knowledge of managing projects. She's a fast learner, great people skills, capabilities of ensuring compliance with regulations, and also tracking critical path schedules. She also has technical skills required to fill this position. She has an associate degree in accounting. She has a welding technology certification. And she has very strong communication skills, organizational skills, meeting facilitation skills. She pays attention to details. Excellent problem-solving skills that I've personally witnessed. Excellent financial oversight, which is a key to managing any kind of a project, to help manage budgets, expenditures, and forecasting of financial needs that the project may require. So this will ensure their responsible use of the funds are meeting the county's goals and alignment. So, hopefully we can have your consideration of this motion.
Confidence, I'll second that motion.
We've got a motion and a second, just for clarity purposes. And thank you, Commissioner, for bringing this to the court's attention. The motion is to approve the position, roles, and responsibilities as is set out in the packet, not to appoint or hire Ms. Rana. That would be April's job. So she would fall under April's office. So April, if the vote is to approve this effective today, unless we can take it back to the first, at the set salary and the terms that are contained in this packet, then it would be your purview to post the job for applications, to immediately appoint the person of your choice, and then that would come up at our next Commissioners Court meeting, just as our standard change in status forms. But that's the only
Great.
clarification.
Thank
I think
you,
that's
Judge.
what you
No,
intended.
That's correct. Thank you very much for the clarification.
And Ms. Wren is already doing these duties. She's been doing these duties. She executes them with diligence. I know we can ask every one of you, and we will
Absolutely.
have the same knowledge. She does. She's doing an excellent job, and I appreciate you bringing this to the Court Commissioner.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes without exception. Jennifer, I wasn't saying I didn't think you should.
No, sorry, I
I just
can't.
wanted formality to feel like the bad
I
guy.
I appreciate that, Judge.
Thank you, Judge. No, you
It's
were
kind
not
of hard
a bad
to
guy.
I know,
No,
right?
I know.
Not a bad
I
guy.
understand, sir.
Great job, Jenny.
Now,
Thank
one
you.
thing we're probably gonna have to do though is make that door larger for her to get out of.
That is, yeah, that's good, big, yeah.
She's doing great. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys. Agenda item number 12, approve Genesis e-bonds licensing and service provider agreement between the B County Sheriff's Officer. Let me just start over. Agenda item number 12, approve Genesis e-bonds licensing and service provider agreement between the B County Sheriff's Office and Gencor Candio Limited. Chief Deputy Jones? Yes, sir. Did I say your name right?
Wake up there.
Good morning, Ronnie Jones, Chief Deputy Sheriff's Office. This is an online bonding system. Bail bondsmen's agents get on this system. It's free to us. Makes it a lot more streamlined, makes it online for clerks, judges, whoever. It's a lot easier. No more money orders. Cash bonds would still have to be cash and handled a certain way. But even the PR bonds, they do those free of charge for us. Look at the contracts, it's not really easy reading, but it's free to us and it streamlines our bonding process.
You had us at free?
Is this something y'all are using already, or? No, this is new.
It's all papered and,
Okay.
to that, we never got it. Now it's all there. Yeah, you were sent this at this time. It's like a web-based platform where bonding, every approved bonding agent through our county gets a notification. This guy is reaching out for a bond. His information is available to them at that point, and it's seamless.
That's great.
I'm sure there might be a problem.
Am I reading this right though, that all the bail bondsmen in the county be contacted by the company? Then they have the option of using it or not using it, so they can still use paper if they want to? They have to go,
They'll have to go through that.
okay, well, I noticed there's a $10 fee for each security bond transaction. So if I'm a bondsman and I bond this commissioner out, I'm charged $10 for the,
And you'll charge it.
and I charge it to him. That'd be cash.
Well, we know that would never happen.
Never, never.
PRs, you can still do PR bonds, and the templates are there for us. Helps us in the long run, pretty much all the way around. We don't see any downside to this at all.
Okay, then I'm looking here, there's biometric signature pads. How are those used?
I'm sorry, there is a cost involved.
Thank you, Commissioner, thank you.
There it is. The fine print.
The problem is our late-night phone calls with the county judge trying to get people out of jail once they're in, we take them to the hospital.
I
They're
never
not in jail
answer these
anymore, all
calls.
the paperwork's in jail. We have to forward all that paperwork to the hospital. It's sort of a nightmare, especially during San Antonio. You know, I don't want to go there, but the only cost would be $150 signature pad, to where we can just take it wherever the person may be, if he's not in jail, to be able to sign himself out.
Like a DocuSign?
And I think we may be able to, yeah,
Yeah,
it's a DocuSign.
Okay, I saw that, and I just want to clarify.
And we may be able to cover that out of our budget.
I would think so.
Yeah, that's no big deal.
I don't think
This
so.
came to us
Yes,
fervently shaking
sir.
her head. Yes. Up and down.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's the only cost involved.
then one other thing. On page 12B, it says that it starts December 2023. We probably ought to change that date. And then, let's see, there's a pricing schedule, 3.5%, and that's charged to the person with the card,
Yes.
not us. And all the hardware, was included, no problem. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, just the pad is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's gonna be a great thing.
Sounds like it's gonna streamline it a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd entertain a motion at this time.
I'll move to, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I won't say another word.
I have a motion from Commissioner Lenny, a second from Tino Olivares. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion passes without exception. Thank you.
So glad to see it. Every day is a new learning event, so.
Absolutely.
Every day.
Absolutely.
Every day.
All right, moving on, agenda item number 13. Approve recommendations from the Policy Formulation Committee pertaining to new state mandated policy additions to the following sections of the B County Personnel Policy Handbook. Breaks for nursing mothers will be inserted into section 6.02. The sections following will move down in numerical order. And social media applications and services prohibited on county devices will be added to the end of section 2.15, social networking.
Move to approve.
I have a motion to approve and a second. Any further discussion? I'd like to thank our Policy Formulation Committee for looking into this and getting our policies updated. And I would like to strongly encourage all employees of the county, elected officials, and department heads to closely review section 2.15, social networking, to make sure that we, as an entity, and our employees are complying with that policy. Because if we're not looking at it, chances are we probably aren't complying with it. So let's get whipped up into shape and move forward. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Second, Judge.
Yes.
Okay.
Commissioner
Aye.
Davis. All opposed? Motion passes without exception. Thank you, gentlemen. Agenda item number 14, submission of updated policy formulation committee members list.
Looking at the list that was in our packet, we have Andy Estrada, Christina Cano, Ronnie Jones, Michelle Matas, Ryan Garza, Stacy Anta, Ray Longoria, and Jaime Castillo. Is that the list we're looking at?
That is correct.
I move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Ms. Mattis, is there anything else you'd like to add? You got up, and we're here to hear. We're here
I
to-
was informed to also let y'all know that we are still working on the other items that were submitted by the court, and we will be meeting, we've met twice, and we will be meeting again sometime this week to get closure on the transportation report.
Excellent, thank you for that update. If there's no further discussion, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes without exception. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Ms. Mattis. Agenda item number 15, Hurricane Harvey, Texas General Land Office, GLO, Community Development Block Grant, CDBG, status and project update. I believe we heard a little bit of the update, Commissioner Olivares. Anything else to add?
We're still waiting to get information back, but everything's been submitted.
Everything has been submitted by GrantWorks, so the RFI did go out to them, and they have compiled all the documentation and have submitted it, so now we're just waiting again. But we did receive word that the projects were approved. We're just waiting on these little bit of details on there to make sure everything coincides.
Excellent, thank you all. I know this is a rather Byzantine grant process. It's Coastal Bend Council of Governments after the county, then the Texas GLO, and then there's compliance issues. The federal government has changed or sought to change distribution schemes. And so I know it's been as far as grants go, as far as free government money goes, it's had a few more strings attached.
A very long road. It began on May 22nd of last year, so we're already exceeding a year, but we're closing out the gap.
Excellent. Thank you guys for all y'all do. Moving on, agenda item number 16, American Rescue Plan, ARP status and projects. Gentlemen.
Everything's progressing.
Good to hear.
Money in the bank.
That's wonderful. Once again, I know we've said it a dozen times, but we can say it another dozen times. I'd like to commend everybody that had a role to play in the distribution and utilization of the ARP funds and just doing a bang-up job for the county and utilizing those funds in a proactive and meaningful manner. So thank y'all for everything that y'all have done as well. That brings us to the end of our agenda. We have no executive session items on this agenda, so agenda item number 17, adjournment. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Any objections? Hearing none. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passes without exception. We are adjourned. Thank you all for being here today.
We have another meeting at 10:30.
Yes, sir. But it's only 9:50.
Right. But we have,
Yes, sir.
we're adjourned.
We're adjourned. Y'all can't leave. Everybody else, you can do whatever you
We're
want,
hanging
unless you
around.
need to be back at 10:30.